and welcome to Dotnet with CK, and from today onwards we will be going to learn about C# collections and generics. So let's get started. Collections. A collection is an object that groups multiple elements into a single unit so you can store, manage and iterate over them in memory. Different types of collection. First, collections or non-generic collections. Second, generic collections. Third one is concurrent collections, and the fourth one like other notable types. So these are different types of collections that we will be learning in our collection and generic series. Okay, so let's get started with the collections or non-generic collections. So it has also different types like ArrayList, that is dynamic resizable array. It support mixed types, so you can store basically any type of data in this ArrayList. We have hash table, that is unsorted key value pairs. Next one is the stack, that is non-generic LIFO stack, that is last in first out. So we can store data in this format, like the last inserted data will be out first. And the next one is the queue. So again it is non-generic FIFO queue. FIFO means first in first out, so the item inserted first will be out first. And we have another one, that is the sorted list. So it basically stores data in the form of key value pairs, and which is non-generics. And all these collections comes under this namespace, that is the system.collections. Now let's talk about the first non-generic collection, that is our ArrayList. So what is an ArrayList? ArrayList is a non-generic dynamic collection in C# from the system.collection namespace, right? So functioning like a resizable array that can hold elements of any type stored as object, unlike fixed size array. So we have already discussed about that array and ArrayList, right? So in ArrayList we can store any kind of data. So basically the type is the base type, which is the object type. So you can store any type in this ArrayList, and it is not fixed, right? And when you store the data, you can store n number of data in this ArrayList. But when we say in array we can store only the fixed size data, and then you have to define like which type of data you are going to store, right? So that is the difference in array and ArrayList. So let's look at the important properties and methods of ArrayList. Like the properties are count, capacity, is fixed size, and is read only. So what is the difference between count and capacity, right? So count is basically the number of elements the ArrayList has, and capacity means how much element it can hold, right? Basically it is stored in the form of 2 to the power n. Now what does it mean? So the by default capacity is 2 to the power 2, that is 4, and when the item becomes, let's say 5, number of elements in the ArrayList becomes 5, then the capacity becomes 8. And again when the ArrayList element becomes 9, then the capacity goes 16, right? So that is 2 to the power n. Is fixed size, this is used to check whether the ArrayList has the fixed size or not. Is read only, it checks basically whether all the elements are the read only or not. So these are different property in the ArrayList. Now what are the methods? So you can see these are the different methods, like add, which is used to add the element in the ArrayList. Remove, used to remove the elements from the ArrayList. Reverse, used to flip the array elements in a reverse order. Add range, used to add multiple items at the same time in the ArrayList. So let's quickly jump into the Visual Studio and look at all these things are in action. So let's talk about the ArrayList. Okay, so I'm just going to create one object of ArrayList. So here you can write ArrayList, list is equal to new ArrayList, right? And then if you look at let's add one item. So like list dot add, and let's say I'm going to add my name, like, or any name like Rohit. list dot add, let's say Sharma, right? Rohit Sharma, the cricketer name. And then now here you can see list dot capacity, right? So this is the property. Let's print it like how it works. So I'm adding one more name, list dot, let's say add this something Mumbai. Okay, and then we have list dot add, let's say I'm adding some pin number. You can add anything, right? So this is the pin number. Now you must be thinking like how it is, right? So how we can add different data here. So in add method you can see this is the object type. So ArrayList contains the type of object, right? So it can be anything, integer, float, double, string, anything it can hold. Now here if you try to print the capacity, console dot write line. So here the capacity should be 2 to the power 2. It starts from 2 to the power 2, so that is 4, right? Yeah, the capacity of the list is 4. But once you add one more data into this array list, let's say something some ID like 1, then the capacity becomes 8, right? That is 2 to the power 3, so that is 8. So it increases in that way, 2 to the power n, and the count is like console dot write line. You can print the count also, right? So, and the count is 5, but the capacity is 8. Yes. Now, so one by one you can add the items in this list. Now there is another way to add it, right? Let's say I want to add an array into this one, so I can add it like list dot add, and then I need to use this method add range. And let's say I'm going to add, let's say integer, so new integer, and then one array, right? Let's say I want to add like this 1 2 3 4 5. Now here you can see the capacity and then the count, right? So here we have already 5, and then in this array we have again 5, so there are 10 records in this list. So the count will be 10, but the capacity will be again because it goes beyond 10, right? Or you can say beyond 8, so the capacity will be 2 to the power 4, that is 16. Let's run it and see. Now you can see the capacity of the list is 16 and the count is 10, right? And in the same way, let's say I want to print all these items one by one, right? So how can I print it? So you can use any loop, but the best suitable loop is for each, right? Because for each loop is used in the collection. Now how it works I will be discussing in our upcoming videos, but yeah, so this is the for each loop. So it iterates one by one from this list and it print it, right? So this is the loop. Now if you run this one again, then you can see the output here. So Rohit Sharma Mumbai, and then we have the data, right? So this is the printing. But let's say I want to print the things in the reverse order, right? So what I can do list dot, I can call this method like reverse, right? So the printing will be now in a reverse order. Now you can see 5 4 3 2 1 1, and then this data, right? So it prints in a reverse order. So that is the reverse method. Now we have all methods. For example, let's say I want to clear from the list, right? So what I can do, list dot clear, I can call this method. So this method will basically clear the items from the list. Now how can I check it? So I have put one breakpoint here. Let's run it and now you can see the list has 0 items, right? But let's put it here, and then there will be 2 breakpoints. So let's stop it and run it again, right? So now here the items are 10, right? So the count is basically 10, and here it is 10, but once you move to the next one, then it clears the list basically. So this clear method is used to clear the list. We have another methods, for example list dot add range, remove at, if you want to remove in a specified location, or then you need to provide the index, right? So that is the thing. And also we have binary search, we have cast, we have clear. Let's talk about this clone method, right? So clone, let's say another list, and I can clone it, right? So how can I clone it? List dot clone method is used to clone the list. So basically this another list will be same as list but in a different memory location. This another list and this list are the 2 different lists, because that's why it is called clone. So we have cloned it, okay? And again we have another methods we can look at. For example, another list dot so this clone method returns an object type, right? So this is the clone, and you can typecast it in a array list. So I can write here array list, or even here itself I can write something like as array list, right? Array and then list. So it will be basically converted into the array list here again. This is the another list, and this list has another methods like sort. This method is used to sort the element, right? You have to provide the comparator, but I will be discussing this comparator in later on. So these are the different methods. Context, it checks whether the item is there or not, right? It determines whether an element is in the array list or not. So in this way it works. Again we have insert range, right? Index of, get range, get hash code, get enumerator. So a lot of methods are there in this array list. I will be discussing like how the methods are there, where the methods comes from, right? So I will be discussing all those things in our later videos. And that's it for today, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.